My question goes thus: what can your federation do to explore the potential of other African countries, and especially that of my country, Nigeria, to boost market opportunities in the area of paper manufacturing in West Africa? This, I believe, will increase more businesses and create more career opportunity and job potentials for people generally in Africa, because expatriates will be sourced from South Africa or thereabout. The next one goes to the two of you. What can we do to use globalization to develop and balance skill all over the world? Because what I see when people talk about globalization is more or less an indirect exploitation, from my own understanding, that the advanced just want to continue to take advantage of the developing. And I throw this question directly to the organizer of the Print09, if they are listening, and the American Printing Federation also. Because in my interaction, I found out that when you say you come from Africa, you see little interest being shown. And I wonder why. Perhaps because the perception is you are not a rich country. But I must tell you, we are rich in natural resources. And these natural resources have been so we talk of unemployment. I believe if we take good advantage of the potentials which you have mentioned, and especially these natural resources, to bring down the technology and manufacture there, and ensure that distribution of raw materials or consumables within the continents are supplied very easily. My experience is this: cost of labor in Nigeria is very cheap to print. But cost of paper to come from India, which is the cheapest location as a paper is being manufactured, is more than the cost of production. What can we do about this? South Africa is the nearest neighbor to us in Nigeria. The cost of paper is double that of the one from India. So let's give a deep thought to this. And I think with this, Africans or African countries will be able to participate more and buy more, and also encourage the advanced countries to manufacture more. Thank you very much.
Can I talk about the paper? Okay. The first thing I want to say is that I don't represent the paper industry. I fight the paper industry in my country. We have got two very large paper manufacturing groups in South Africa, SAPI and Mondi. SAPI Printer of the Year and Mondi. We believe that, I'm talking for my federation, we believe that the price of paper and board in South Africa is far too high. We believe that they make, in fact, if you look at the financial results of those two quoted companies, you'll see that the highest margin that they make is, in fact, in South Africa. They are selling their paper that they make in South Africa cheaper to other countries than they're selling it to us domestically. So I don't know the answer to cheaper paper in Nigeria, unless you were to get one of the Brazilian or Indian paper manufacturers to actually set up a plant because you've got plenty of water and you've got plenty of trees in Nigeria. I don't know the answer to that. All I know is that in South Africa, they charge us more than they charge Australia for our paper, having sent it across the sea by a ship. So I don't know the answer to that. That's something which we fight with them about. The other questions have got lost in skills development. I can tell you that, again, in South Africa, we believe that there's too much bureaucracy in skills development. Governments have got involved, but they are taking so much of that money just to run the system, whereas that money can be used. We've been involved in skills development in the printing and packaging industry in our country for more than 60 years. And we do it not because it's nice to do, we do it because it's the only way that you'll become globally competitive. I happen to agree with you that your view on globalization, there is a particular attitude towards Africa from the rest of the world. In fact, I've been to presentations, sir, where they've had a map of the world talking about the size of the printing industry, and there's a gap. Africa doesn't even exist on the map. You've got, I promise you, you have North America, South America, the Indian subcontinent, Australia, China, but you don't have Africa on the map. And that was one of the largest equipment manufacturing companies in the world that had a map that looked like that. So I agree with you. We, as an industry, as a continent, we have to stand up and be counted now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yes, a comment. Anna Yo has really said most of the things I wanted to say. And these are based on my experience here. I'm here because I want to buy some machines and take back home. Now there are peculiarities that I've noticed. In Nigeria, we have the problem of power. And some of the machines that we use in the place I used to manage, PM74, QM46, and so digital something. Ideba told us we have to be on generator 24 hours. How is that possible in Nigeria? With the cost of AGO, and even when you have the money, you can't get it sometimes. So, I will want this forum to help us tell the manufacturers of this equipment, if any equipment is meant for Nigeria, please do something about automatic voltage regulator inside, so that when the power cuts anytime, the machine doesn't get damaged. Because I've had a situation where there was power cut, fuses broke, it took me about 1 year to repair. You know what that means to my turner. So that is very important. Then to here, they have to know, the manufacturers, that in Nigeria our power rating is 220 volts, not 110. So any machine that is meant for us should be calibrated 220 volts. There are some machines that I've been going about wanting to buy. They are not able to tell me that is it 220 volts. They said they will find out. So please let this forum help us tell those people that if there's any machine meant for that, our own client, the voltage is 220. And again, in Nigeria, most of the time, we operate cash economy. It's less of the money are passing through the banks. Because to get the foreign exchange, you get more outside the banking system. And you want to pay, it becomes a problem most of the time. And apart from that, what we do in Nigeria is see and buy. That is, you see the product, you put down your money. The credit system is nil. So these are the things the manufacturers here and the suppliers should know. And therefore, for us to be able to get the money across, maybe what they will do is like the US Embassy did for us when we want to come, is maybe open a shop in Lagos. When I want to buy a machine, I go there, pay my money, they know how to send it to America or anywhere. So, and I know when to get my machine. Then, finally again, shipping. There is a particular machine I want to buy here. Those people said, I can only buy, they cannot arrange the shipping. I don't know anything about America. This is my first time here. I don't want to worry myself about how I get the thing to Nigeria. But tell me the cost, I give you the money, let me find it in Lagos. So these are the things again that we must here factor into that situation. That when this print something is going on, let there be arrangement for shipping so that you just give us the rate, we pay the money, and we expect our goods. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that input. You should all know that this entire conference and the question and answer session is being videotaped, and we're going to put it on YouTube. And we're also going to distribute it to our members, so your message about voltage and shipping will get to all of the exhibitors and members of NPES, even though they're not here this morning. So thank you for that input. I think with that, we have about 5 minutes for a little bit more networking, so let's conclude the formal program. Please have something else to eat, some coffee. Please meet with the members and exhibitors that are here. And again, thank you to the Nigerian delegation for coming to Print. We appreciate that. Thank you for your input. We will pass your message along, and have a great show. Enjoy Chicago, and have a safe trip home. And for the exhibitors and members here, have a great show too. And that concludes our program today. Thank you.